What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Today we're doing something that's not entirely traditional for the channel, but I think it's very important. I am joined by one of my best friends, Marcus. Marcus, what's going on?
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Marcus, and I want to talk to you about some numbers today.
Yes, absolutely. So, if you guys don't follow us on Twitter, as you may have heard, or if you haven't been super up to date with what came out, today the London International Challenge has some information released about it, and there was a lot of really cool stuff like the registration and schedule. I believe that Sunday is going to be top 8 only, which I think is very good, and it's going to be 2 days Swiss, so lots of very positive changes. But one thing that jumped out to a lot of players, myself and Marcus and many others included, is that you can see that I've highlighted it here. There's a £40 entry fee for playing in the tournament for Masters. Yes, £25 for junior and senior players. For those of you who aren't super aware of conversions like me, that's about $48.95 US, which is really quite pricey. And so this is something that we feel pretty strongly about, that we're not super pleased with, because coming into the VGC 2017 season, we're kind of on the cusp, right? Like, it hasn't yet started. We think that there's a lot of potential for growth for VGC for a number of reasons. Sun and Moon coming out is really, really big. People are very excited about Sun and Moon. It's looking like great games. We're hoping that there's a lot of positive competitive mechanics. It's going to be really fun because lots of stuff is going to be viable compared to VGC 16, which sometimes felt a little stale and might have had some mechanics like Dark Void and Moody and restricted Pokemon that people weren't super fond of. So overall, lots of we were very, very excited going into the season, because we thought that it's a great opportunity for new players to join and to really push the competitive scene and to make VGC more interesting and bigger, right? Did I miss anything there, Marcus?
Yeah, also just the whole change with the internationals being a new thing here. Exactly. Also announced that the regionals, they will be bigger, that prize money will be featured there. So yeah, everyone was just super happy about it, and thinking that now the VGC and also the TCG, of course, can now really go through the roof with attendance. Of course, as Wolfey just mentioned, Sun and Moon can get so many more people in, just if they knew about competitive Pokemon, and then also Sun and Moon, some mechanics that were already revealed, like the golden bottle caps, making it more easy to get good IV Pokemon, legendaries being excluded for the most part from championship play. So it looked like a lot of stuff was moving in the right direction, and we all expected that, the tournament in London, which is only 2 to 3 weeks after the game came out, that could be a big party where everyone comes together, plays the game, maybe even some players that haven't played any video game tournament before, they could just, find out about the information online and then be like, hey, wow, everyone has the same chances, because there's no Pokemon bank or anything.
Exactly.
So you have to breed your entire team within that short amount of time you have. So there's no advantage to just having played in previous years. And then I don't know, it felt like it could be a really cool opportunity, but now I don't know. I'm not sure if there's too many new players that would pay more than they spent on the game to just participate in one tournament.
Exactly. So basically, the summary of that whole thing is, when we went, we've had a lot of really positive information. For example, Megas being removed, I think, is huge. The fact that they're adding real money, and the change from scholarship money to real cash prizes is amazing. International challenges are super exciting. The fact that they're flying out top players to international challenges makes it seem like they really invest in the circuit. They really want to grow. They really want to establish kind of international competitive stuff. All very good stuff for the game. And now we're here, and today we find out that $50 to play in a tournament, and that's that can't be good for growth. That can't be good for new players.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what exactly you would get for the $50. Sometimes there's, I don't know, you get some goodies or whatever.
Yeah.
But even if you get that, I'm not sure if that is attractive to any newer players that do not play for the championship points, but just for the fun of it. And I've seen a couple of people on Twitter already saying that they plan on attending, but they are not hardcore VGC players, and they thought it would probably be free or maybe just a small fee. But £40, that's a hefty price, and so yeah, they won't participate. But of course, on the other hand, you might think okay, there's a lot of prize money on the line as well. So of course.
Entry fees had to go up.
Yeah, exactly. We all expected an entry fee to be in place, and this is what it will look like for the International Championship in London.
Yeah.
So here you can see the prizes depending on attendance.
Yes, but the thing is that as far as we are aware, unless we are very, very misinformed, which I don't believe we are under the impression that the prize money comes from TPCi. So the fact of the matter is, so this is mostly relevant for regionals. London actually is run by TPCi, so that's a little different. But for the most part, like the entry fees are not going towards our prize money, and even in London, I'm not sure. It's like still a little bit like the.
I think at this point it would make sense to talk a little bit about the regionals that have already happened or that will happen right before London, because unfortunately this issue is not only there for that international tournament, which is of course super big and prestigious, but also for every single regional that is happening before that.
Yes.
So just last week, the first regional of the 2017 circuit was being held in Arizona.
Yes, as far as I'm aware.
And the entry fee was also between $30 and
$40.
Like for a regional.
For a regional.
That wasn't even an international. Yes.
Yes, it was a regional, and it was like $30 to $40. It's just so much. And I have just really quickly, I have some other numbers here. 35. That's euros, right, Marcus? That's 35 euros.
Yeah, exactly. That's for the Liverpool regional. That will be the first regional in Europe. There's one regional.
Even for juniors, they pay 35 euros.
And you get a cool hat, is what you get as compensation for
Yes.
Yeah.
And here we also have
significantly lesser price support.
Yes. And 25 euros just to play in a regional in Dortmund. That's a little bit better than 35.
I think from
sorry.
My feedback was, of course, no one really likes paying so much money to enter a tournament. So I think that might have been already like an answer to that echo that was being heard after the announcement of how much Liverpool would be.
Mm-hmm.
So 25 euros, maybe they went down there. We can't tell for sure.
Yeah,
but of course, they also have like really good locations. Of course, like the Westfalenhalle in Dortmund. It's a really big thing, and also in Liverpool for the regional, they are using the same venue that was used for nationals last year.
Okay.
So they're definitely trying to make these events bigger, but I can't see that happening for the video game at least.
Yes, exactly. And so I don't want to take too long on this. So I think that's pretty much good there. The other important thing to note is here I have a tweet saying the current registered. So we're recording this on Wednesday the 12th. My tournament, I'm leaving for Florida Friday, and we'll be playing Saturday and Sunday. And there are 96 total with 83 masters. 83 masters registered for a regional with a prize pool where like first place gets $1,000. Is the wrong one. Whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh, that was the right one.
Oh, it was?
That was the right one. Yeah, we can.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, we can compare that real quick. Like that is what the video game regional gets.
Mm-hmm.
So the first place will get 1,000 and second place 250. What is the number on trading card game players? It's like 500 something for masters.
Yeah, 500 something. So TCG. $5,000 first place. I didn't even know that.
First place will get 5,000.
I'm playing TCG. I'm actually playing TCG.
That's obviously like there was also some structural differences to last season. For example, now the trading card game players need to have, or they have a best finish limit of 8 for regionals, so they can travel out to all those tournaments. Mm-hmm. But of course, like being able just if you put up the prize money for regionals just once again.
I'm so sorry. Yes.
Yeah, no problem. We can see that even down to that's for the video game.
Yes, this is a video game. Oh, you want a trading card? Sorry.
Yeah, like even down to top 32, they still get like 250. So
it's
I don't know, like top 32 out of 570 something is still like really difficult. But you can definitely get something. Also, I think something I really like about what the tournament organizers are doing here is they add money to the prize money that comes from TPCi. They based on attendance, they
That's
give
really nice.
For that, so you will actually get a little bit more than 250, and that might also be one of the reasons why for the trading card game a lot more people are interested in playing those tournaments.
Yes.
But since we are video game guys, we are a little bit afraid of like this trend continuing, and then if the trading card tournaments keep getting bigger and bigger, and the video game tournaments, since they have less price support and so on, they will might get
but the same entry fee. There's less price support, but the same entry fee. Yeah. Continue.
Less support, yeah. So we are a little bit afraid by that.
We're kind of worried that it's like very bad for the future of VGC.
Mm-hmm. There's 2 potential changes I would wish for there. one of them would either be to drastically rise the price support for the video game tournaments to justify the £40 or $40 or 35 euros, depending on where you are, so that it would actually make sense for like the top players. Because at this point, if you can't expect to win a tournament, it doesn't really make sense for you to attend it.
Yes, not to mention all the traveling costs, all the costs of like hotels and everything. Like it's already expensive to go to these things, you know?
Yes.
So
and then it's not like you can, I don't know, I'm not entirely sure how it works for the trading card game, but maybe you can like sell some cards at those tournaments or make some like cheap deals on cards and then maybe like get some money back that way.
Yes.
But for the video game, there's like not really that opportunity.
Yes.
But yeah, that's just speculation. And then
the other one?
Yeah, the other option would be to just really lower the entry fee, like
please
by a lot.
Yes.
Like I ran some numbers on
yes, do you want to go to those now?
Internationals, yes.
Sure.
And okay, so what you can see here is just the prizes for the internationals that we just saw on Pokemon.com, but converted into an Excel sheet. And on top you can see I used a little bit of a different number for the calculation. Those £40 equaling like 48, like 49,
close
around
enough.
$50, yeah. And then you have the price support below. And so what you can see is on the very bottom is the difference between all the money that was paid on entering the tournaments by all the players in the entry fees, and then compare that to the total amount of money that is being given out as prizes. So for example, if there's
what are these? Explain what these negative numbers mean, please.
If there's 64 players in the tournament,
so we're in this column.
Yes, they play they
oh, hang on,
roughly 3,121. Sorry,
yeah, can you say that whole thing again? 3,000.
They paid 3,000, like 64 times the entry fee equals to 3,000 something. But if you check to how much the price support for that number of people would be, that's only 500.
Yes,
no, that's
1,500, I think.
Oh, left. If it's 64, then it's only. Yes. So the difference between that would be in the prize pool and the actual money given out is minus 2,621.
Meaning all of the entry fees that were paid, minus all of the prize support, is like the organizers are walking away with like $2,621, and like some of that goes to venue and stuff. But like
yeah, but like yes, and then if you I mean that's probably not the
16,000. Holy cow!
If 499 players attended London, they would pay a total of $24,000 for entry fees, but only $8,000 would be in prizes. So that's $16,000 that are going to other stuff. So at first I thought like, oh, okay, wow, that's a lot of money going away. Maybe they really need to pay a lot for the venue and for the staff and so on. But then I decided to do the exact same thing. I mean, you can pause the video right here and just look at those numbers a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead and pause us.
Yeah, but
okay,
I did the same thing for the trading card game, and this is what you can see here. Of course, their price support is significantly better, but yeah, their entry fee is the same. So here, what you can see is that instead of there being less money in the prize pool than what people paid with the entry fees, here is significantly more money involved. So those numbers are not negative anymore, but positive, meaning that TPCi
is paying more money than the players are receiving, or than the players are paying.
So yeah, for example, if there's exactly 227 players attending that tournament, they would also pay 11,000, just like they would for the video game. However, the prize pool would be 62,000. First place getting 10,000, second place getting 5,000, and so on and so on. So an additional of like $51,000 would be required to do that. And even if it's 500, like the prize support for the trading card game, it doesn't grow any further. Even if it's like above 500, even then, yes, $37,000 of extra money would be needed to go into the prize.
Which, by the way, let's pull up our handy dandy thing. Oh wait, no, sorry, this is regional. So
yeah,
ignore that.
No, yeah, it's a regional. Yeah,
sorry,
it's different things, but still, like the entry fee is the same for them.
Yes.
So it's not like TPCi really wants to like. They don't want those events to be self-sustained, I think.
Exactly, yeah.
They are actually putting money in. Like if you go back to like the announcement for internationals and regionals and so on,
yeah,
it sounded like a lot of money would be going into that from outside. But as we can see for the trading card game, that's really true. Like a lot of money is being added there to the prize pools. But for the video game, unfortunately, not so much. Since there the amount of entry fees actually significantly higher than the amount that is giving out in prizes. So
Yes.
yeah, that is a really unfortunate situation in my opinion. And of course we are biased here because we are
we're
there
super
for the
biased.
so
But-
biased. But of course,
Yeah. No, but like you have to keep in mind that like players like Markus and I can expect to sometimes win some money at these tournaments, right? So like we're not really the victims here, you know? Like it's not if I win a regional, like sure I paid $50 more than I had to, but I could win like $1,000, right? So it's like, and I can expect to win some of the regionals or at least do well enough that I can make the money back in entry fees. So like I'm still making like profit, right? Like the $50 isn't like a huge deal for like players like Markus and I, where like we can expect at some point to do well, you know? Like not that we're always gonna do well, but at some point we're like we're in the top group of players where like if anyone can be expected to do well, like it's probably gonna be somebody in that group, right?
yes.
But it's the players who like it's their first tournament and like you know they're like, oh wow, like I've always loved Pokemon and like there's a tournament like half an hour from me, like mom, can I go? And like you know like it's a lot harder to get involved in the scene if you have to pay $50.
And then, the problem that comes with that is, as we can already see from the attendance number of the regional happening this weekend, if the numbers get lower, then also they don't reach the next level of prize money,
So there's
and therefore
less prize support.
there's less prize support. And then people for the next regional, they are thinking like, oh, I thought like there was decent prize support, but in fact it's probably less. That happens for the internationals as well. Like, let's imagine we get less than 226 players.
Okay.
Like, people are flying in from Japan, from the US, maybe even from South America, like, besides those players that get the travel. But if there's only $1,500 on the line, like, that's not too much at all.
Yeah.
And then if we compare that to the trading card game, on the other hand, once again, there is like a very, very good chance that they will compete for $10,000.
Yes, a very good chance.
So of course, then their next event will also attract more people because
You can win 10,000.
and then even those people that maybe were not sure, like, will this tournament reach 227 players? But then once the first one reached, I don't know, like say 400 people, then it will be like, okay, yeah, sure, it'll definitely reach, like, it will be definitely for 10,000, and then you can definitely afford to go because there even the top 64 still get $500.
Yeah, which is not bad, especially if you're like in Europe or even the US. Like that's a plane ticket, you know.
You can easily go and then maybe just win back the money, but have some fun. And then I combined all that information that I gathered on the internationals in this graph that I also tweeted out. So for this, we have to keep in mind that the entry fee for a trading card game and for video game is exactly the same at 40 pounds. So the orange line in the middle there, that is the amount of money that is available based on the attendance number, which is the number of participants is down there. Like, for example, if there's 400 people playing, then we have $20,000 since it's like roughly 50 bucks. So, and then the green lines, they are for the trading card game, and the blue lines are for the video game. The green line is the total prize support for the trading card game, and as you can see, there's like some steps in there. That is whenever they reach the next
threshold.
Exactly, of more participants, and then in the it caps out at $62,000. And then for the video game, it's the light blue scheme. Total prize is exactly there. As you can see there, it caps out at like just a little bit shy of 20,000 in total. But if we compare that to the amount of money that goes into the whole pot from the players, which is the orange line, you can see that the light blue part for the video game is always below the orange line, whereas the light green one for the trading card game is always above. So that means the money is going like somewhere else from the entry fee from the video game players, and how much that is what you can see by the dark blue line, which is always below zero. So at some point, like, if there's like just below 500 players, they're taking out around $16,000 from money, which is And on the other hand, for the trading card game, they add a lot of money. So if there's 227 players, they would add like $50,000 to the amount of prize pool. And it's not only, of course, that's the extreme, but even if it's more, even if it's like 500 players, they still spend an extra $35,000 for the price for the trading card game.
And look at how steep these. Look at the comparison in the jumps, right? So at the threshold, VGT is like, oh yeah, like I got a little hill, and it's like, boop, and TCG is like, I'm gonna go climb a mountain. Like, look at this. Look at the difference in the prize support at each additional step. You know, like boop compared to boop. That's huge.
Yes. Boop. So basically, what that tells us is that money is being thrown into the prizes for the trading card game, but it's taking out of the total amount of entry fee paid for the video game.
Yes.
So, of course, if the reasoning behind all of this was that, okay, now they need to pay for more staff, for bigger venue and so on, then it should be negative for both the trading card game and the video game. However, they are willing to put money into the competitive circuit, which is, of course, a very, very good thing. However, it looks like they are only doing that for the trading card game and not for the video game. And but they are still taking those £40
from the video
By the way,
game. Yes.
Fun fact. Even if the amount of money you would pay to enter the video game with the same prizes, they would still invest way more money in the trading card game than in the video game. Even if it was free to play video game, and you would still have the same prizes.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know. It's just
bad.
It's upsetting on the one hand, but also like I'm more worried about what the future will have, because I truly don't expect any new player to show up for the international in London. But then what happens with the next regionals if the previous regionals already had bad attendance because of high prize money?
Snowball.
It's just exactly. It's just super hard to get invested into the scene, and then you also, if you miss the international, then you probably don't have a good shot at getting a Euro and White at all. Without going to another international, which would be super expensive. So there's no chance, in my opinion, for newer players in Europe to get their invite unless they like go totally ham and go to all events and whatever.
Yes.
But it should be a little bit different. Like, I'm not saying that everyone should have an easy time and everyone should always win money, but it should be at least in a relation where
it should be accessible.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yes, okay, cool. I think that's a good place to end because I don't want this to be too long. I actually have no idea how long this is at the moment because I can't see it. But yeah, is that good to end, Marcus? Do you feel comfortable with that?
So, of course, it's a lot of numbers to run down, and you can check all resources. They will be linked in the description, I would hope.
Yes.
And you can try to draw your own conclusions, because of course we're not saying like everything is bad, but I'm saying like something probably needs to change if we want the game to grow even further. Because what you can see from the trading card game circuit is that their attendance, like it went totally through the roof.
Yes.
They are getting that extra prize support, like they are getting extra money being thrown in the prizes there, and you can see like 571 people are coming to that regional that is happening this weekend, and it's just a regional for the trading card game. And now you can only imagine that an international for the trading card game where you can win $10,000 would be an even higher number. However, for the video game, it's the exact opposite trend. I think last year at the exact same regional, there was like 170 players.
Yeah, around there.
Definitely way more, and now it's only half of them. So I don't know. I really want to see both the trading card game and the video game grow, but at the moment it seems like only the trading card game is getting the better end of this.
Yes, agreed. So yeah, we're not telling you how to think. We just want to provide you with information because it seemed like there was a lot of misinformation out there. So I hope that this was informative. If you like this video, please make sure to leave a like. Guys, please go follow Marcus on Twitter. He's actually a genius, and I'll link it down in the description below. Thank you so much to Marcus for being here. I really appreciate it. I couldn't have done this on my own, obviously. You guys can probably tell that. Yes, but thank you again, and thank you for watching. And if you have thoughts, let us know in the comments below if you have suggestions.
Yeah. What do you think about the entry fees? What do you think the prizes should be? What would you pay? Did you ever consider not going to a tournament because the entry fee was too high, and so on? Just let us know everything, because of course maybe we are in the wrong, and maybe most people want to pay that much money, but
we don't think so.
I don't really think so.
Yes, cool. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let us know, and thank you to Marcus, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.